All right, so today we're going to be exploring how these little everyday things we do can really impact our lives.
Yeah, I think a lot of people would be surprised by how much of a difference a good routine can make.
Absolutely. And for this deep dive, we've got some really fascinating insights from two people, Lily and Emma.
Yeah, they were kind enough to share their personal routines with us.
Yes, and we're not just going to, take their routines at face value. We're going to really break down why they do the things they do.
Exactly. We want to understand the thinking behind their choices and see what we can all learn from their approaches.
Okay, so let's start with Lily's routine.
Sounds good.
She starts her day with gentle stretching.
Oh, nice.
She describes it as like waking up her body, the same way that sunlight wakes up flowers.
I love that.
It's pretty poetic.
It is, and it really speaks to the importance of mindfulness right from the moment you wake up.
Yeah, instead of rushing into the day, she takes a few minutes to connect with her body and kind of ease into the day.
Exactly. And there's actually research that shows even a few minutes of stretching can lower stress levels.
Interesting. So it's not just physical, it's mental too.
Right. It's about setting the tone for the day.
Now, Emma takes a different approach.
Okay, how so?
Her first action is drinking a full glass of water.
Makes sense.
Seems pretty basic, right?
Why? We all know we should drink water.
But she really emphasizes how important it is to rehydrate after sleeping for hours.
Oh, I see. So it's about prioritizing hydration right from the start.
Exactly.
Well, it's true. People often underestimate how important hydration is for your whole body and mind.
Yeah, it affects everything from your energy levels to your mood.
Absolutely.
So we've got Lily focusing on mindfulness and Emma prioritizing hydration.
Two different approaches, but both focused on well-being.
Exactly. And I'm curious how they transition from these initial actions into the rest of their mornings.
Well, both Lily and Emma emphasize structure and planning.
Okay, so they don't just wing it.
Not at all. Lily uses a detailed to-do list to map out her day.
Oh, so she's a list person.
Definitely, she says it helps her stay organized and make sure she gets the most important things done.
That makes sense. It's like having a roadmap so you don't get lost.
Exactly. What about Emma? Does she use lists too?
Emma's a bit more spontaneous, but she still prioritizes.
Okay, how does she do that?
She uses what's called the 2-minute rule.
The 2-minute rule.
Yeah, if a task takes less than 2 minutes, she does it immediately.
Oh, that's a good one.
It helps her avoid a buildup of small tasks.
Yeah, those little things can really pile up.
Exactly. And by getting them out of the way, she can focus on the bigger things.
It frees up mental space.
And speaking of focus, both Lily and Emma have specific techniques to boost their productivity.
Oh, so they're into those productivity hacks.
You know, hint.
Okay, I'm curious. Tell me more.
Lily loves the Pomodoro technique.
Ah, classic.
She works in focused 25-minute intervals with short breaks in between.
It's a great way to stay on track.
I've heard it can really help with concentration.
Yeah, and reduce mental fatigue too.
Now, what about Emma? Does she use the Pomodoro technique too?
Emma's more about creating the right environment for work.
Oh, so she's all about setting the stage.
Right, she minimizes distractions, has clear boundaries, and a designated workspace.
That makes sense. It helps her get into that focused state.
Exactly, and it reduces the temptation to multitask.
So it's not just about techniques, it's about the whole environment.
Exactly, and it highlights that there's no one-size-fits-all approach.
Right. What works for Lily might not work for Emma.
And that's a key takeaway, finding what works for you.
Okay, so we've covered mindfulness, hydration planning, and productivity.
It's impressive how they fit all that in.
What else can we learn from their morning routines?
Well, they both make time for a nutritious breakfast.
Oh yeah, fuel for the day.
Exactly. Lily has oatmeal with bananas and cinnamon,
Sounds delicious.
and Emma prefers yogurt with berries and granola.
Okay, so lighter options.
Yeah, but the important thing is they both prioritize that meal,
It's easy to skip breakfast when you're rushing.
but it sets you up for the whole day.
Now, I'm curious about exercise. Do they both hit the gym?
Well, they both recognize how important physical activity is.
But they approach it in different ways.
Exactly. Lily likes to go for a brisk walk in the park.
Fresh air and sunshine.
And Emma prefers a more intense workout at the gym.
So again, it's about finding what you enjoy.
And what fits into your lifestyle.
Yeah, it shouldn't feel like a chore.
And remember, it doesn't have to be a huge time commitment.
Even a short walk can make a difference.
Absolutely. It's about getting that body moving.
So we've covered a lot of ground here.
We have mindfulness, hydration planning, productivity breakfast, and exercise.
It's amazing how they fit it all in.
And they do it without making it feel overwhelming.
Right. It's about finding that balance between structure and flexibility.
Exactly. Creating a routine that works for you.
And before we move on, I can't forget about that little tease.
Oh, yes, the secret habit of high achievers.
You've definitely got me curious.
Well, I'm not going to reveal it just yet.
Oh, come on.
But I will say it's something you can see in both Lily and Emma's routines.
Okay, now I'm really going to be paying attention to the details.
Good, because the details often hold the key.
All right, let's take a quick break and we'll be right back to uncover that secret habit and explore even more of Lily and Emma's inspiring routines.
So we're back and ready to dig a little deeper.
Yeah, I'm excited to uncover more about Lily and Emma's routines.
I think what's really interesting is how they incorporate personal growth into their days.
Yeah, I noticed that too. It's not just about checking things off a list.
Exactly. Yeah. They're intentional about learning and growing, even in small ways.
Like when Lily talked about sprinkling magic dust on her day.
Oh, yeah, I loved that.
Even making breakfast is an opportunity for joy.
It's about bringing that positive energy to everything you do.
And Emma does something similar with her vocabulary practice.
Oh, right. She uses flashcards and listens to language podcasts during her commute.
It's like she's turning downtime into learning time.
Exactly. It's about finding those little pockets of time throughout the day.
And using them wisely.
Those small efforts can really add up over time.
Now I'm curious about their lunch routines.
Oh, yeah. What do they do for lunch?
Do they pack or grab something on the go?
Well, they both prioritize bringing their own lunches.
Okay, so they're both planners.
But they have different approaches. Lily loves to get creative in the kitchen.
Oh, so she's a foodie.
Yeah, she experiments with new recipes and flavor combinations.
So for Lily, lunch is an expression of her creativity.
Exactly. It's not just fuel, it's nourishment for her soul.
What about Emma?
Emma's more about efficiency and balance.
Okay, so more practical.
She usually packs a simple salad with grilled chicken or fish.
So lean protein and lots of veggies.
Right. She's all about fueling her body with healthy choices.
It's interesting how their lunch choices reflect their personalities.
Yeah. And it shows that there's no right or wrong way to approach food.
The important thing is to be mindful of what you're eating.
And to choose foods that support your well-being.
So we've covered morning routines and lunch routines.
We have, what about their evenings?
Yeah. Do they have any rituals or habits to help them unwind?
Absolutely. They both emphasize creating a relaxing evening routine.
To signal to their bodies that it's time to wind down.
Exactly. Lily loves to create a cozy atmosphere.
Ugh, with candles and soft music.
Yeah. And she'll often read a book or listen to calming music.
This sounds so peaceful.
Like a little sanctuary.
What about Emma? Any evening rituals?
Emma's a big fan of journaling.
Oh, interesting.
She takes about 10 minutes each evening to reflect on her day.
To process her thoughts and feelings?
Exactly. It helps her clear her mind before bed.
Journaling can be such a powerful tool.
It is. It helps you understand yourself better.
And it's not just about dwelling on the negative.
Right. Emma also uses her journal to express gratitude.
To focus on the good things.
It's a great way to end the day on a positive note.
And what about screen time? Do they have any rules about that?
They both emphasize disconnecting from screens at least an hour before bed.
Oh yeah, I've heard that blue light can disrupt sleep.
Exactly. It interferes with melatonin production.
So it's harder to fall asleep and stay asleep.
Which is why they prioritize that screen-free time.
It's so important in today's world.
We're constantly bombarded with screens.
But prioritizing sleep is crucial.
Oh, absolutely.
Right.
They both aim for 8 hours of sleep each night.
They understand that rest is essential.
It's like hitting the reset button on your body and mind.
So you can wake up refreshed and ready for the day.
And speaking of that reset button, remember that secret habit of high achievers?
Oh yeah, you're finally going to reveal it.
Are you ready for this?
I'm on the edge of my seat.
The secret habit is consistency.
Consistency, really?
It might seem simple,
It does.
but it's the foundation of success in any area of life.
So it's not about some magic trick or shortcut,
Nope, it's about showing up day after day.
even when you don't feel like it.
Exactly, and both Lily and Emma demonstrate that consistency in their routines.
Consistency, huh?
Yeah,
It's kind of funny how the simplest things can be the most powerful.
it's true. We often look for these big solutions.
Yeah, like that one trick that'll change everything.
But real change takes time and effort.
And it's about doing it consistently.
Exactly, day after day.
I think that's a really hopeful message.
I agree.
It means we can all make positive changes in our lives.
No matter who you are or what your circumstances are,
It's not about having some special talent or willpower.
it's about making those small choices over and over again.
And that's what I find so inspiring about Lily and Emma.
Yeah, what do you find inspiring?
They're not like superheroes or anything,
They're just regular people.
but they've committed to this consistency.
And they've achieved some amazing results.
They're both successful they're healthy, and they seem genuinely happy.
It's really a testament to the power of consistency.
So, if someone's listening to this and wants to create their own routine,
Yeah, where should they start?
what's the first step?
I think the most important thing is to figure out your why.
Your why.
What are your goals? What do you want to achieve?
Once you know that.
Then you can start to design a routine that supports those goals.
So it's not about copying Lily or Emma.
Right, it's about finding what works for you.
And your own unique goals.
And don't try to do too much at once.
Yeah, don't overwhelm yourself.
Start with one small change,
Like what?
like drinking a glass of water in the morning.
We're going for a short walk.
Once that becomes a habit, you can add another change.
And then another.
It's like building a muscle. You start small and gradually get stronger.
And it's okay if you mess up sometimes.
Everyone stumbles along the way.
Don't get discouraged.
Just get back on track.
Consistency isn't about being perfect.
It's about progress.
This deep dive has been so insightful.
It has.
We've learned so much from Lily and Emma.
They've shown us how routines can be empowering and even joyful.
It's not about limiting ourselves. It's about creating a life we love.
So as we wrap up, I want to leave our listeners with a challenge.
Okay, a challenge?
What one small change can you make to your routine today?
To create a more fulfilling life.
It could be anything.
Like meditating for 5 minutes.
Or reading for 15 minutes before bed.
The possibilities are endless.
The important thing is to start.
To be consistent.
And to enjoy the journey.
Thank you so much for joining us.
It's been a pleasure.
We hope you've gained some valuable insights.
And feel inspired to create a routine that helps you thrive.
Thanks for listening.
See you next time.